Hello, everyone, and welcome to our channel Holistic Facts. The black fungus disease or mucormycosis is constantly in news lately. So, it is important for us to understand what is this disease, what causes this disease, and what is its linkage with the COVID 19 and why we are not able to control this disease in India currently. So, let us see all these things in today's video. First of all, we have all learned about fungi in our school days, right? So these grow on decaying or dead matter, dead organic matter, and they do not create their own food like plants. But sometimes fungi can infect other living organisms as well, so they can act as pathogen. But these are more common in plants than in humans or in animals in general. And this is because we have an intricate immune system that is designed to fight any oncoming pathogen. And this is why most of the fungal infections are opportunistic infections. Now, what are opportunistic infections? So, whenever your body's immunity is already down because ongoing infection or any underlying health condition, in such cases, there is a window which we call opportunity for other pathogens to infect your body. So, people susceptible obviously are people with organ transplant, wherein immunosuppressants are given so that the body does not reject the transplant. Same is the case in cancer treatment. So, whenever chemotherapy is there, your immunity can be reduced. Then there are other pathogenic diseases which can compromise your immunity, such as HIV and COVID in this case. And then there can be any other underlying comorbidities. In tropical areas like India, spore counts are generally higher during summer than during monsoon, and in general, usually spore counts in tropical countries are a bit higher. Now, we all understand that fungi can spread through spores, right? Through fungal spores, and this is why it is very important. So, whenever there is a dry condition, these spores will travel with wind, right? But whenever they get a moist area, they can germinate there and they can grow and they can create their network of myceli and then branch out. Currently, there is a tsunami of nasty fungal infection following COVID 19, and mainly this is seen in India. Now, let us come to this specific fungal disease, that is mucormycosis or the black fungal disease. Mucormycosis is sometimes also known as zygomycosis. This is serious but a rare infection and is caused by a group of molds called Mucormycetes, or more specifically, family Mucorales. These fungi live throughout the environment. This is very important. We are usually in contact with a lot of pathogens, but they do not affect us because in normal, healthy people, the immunity is high, the immunity level is normal. So these occur everywhere, particularly in soil, in decaying organic matter such as leaves, compost piles, or rotten wood. And this is also why maintaining hygiene, cleanliness, and dryness is quite important. How is this contracted? Obviously, when you directly come in contact with the spores, you breathe in those spores and they get a substratum to attach to. They get moist and warm area in your nasal cavities or in your throat, and there they can germinate. Who is most susceptible for mucormycosis? So obviously people suffering from COVID-19 in this particular case, but then again other morbidities such as HIV, AIDS, and other viral diseases, congenital bone marrow diseases, burns, cancer, in any case wherein your body is weakened, basically, there this can happen. Now, what does this do? So, in mucormycosis, your lungs can be affected, but the most common area is nose and your sinuses. That is the most common area of infection. From there, it can spread to eyes, potentially causing blindness, or the brain, causing headaches or seizures. And mucormycosis can also develop on the skin, like any other fungal infection, it can also develop on the skin. And most importantly, we need to understand that here in COVID 19 already, your blood vessels are damaged, your lungs are damaged, your nasal area is damaged, and hence, this is a perfect opportunity for mucormycosis to reach up to your lungs. So these are certain symptoms given such as facial pain or fresh onset of headache post-COVID, nasal or sinus congestion, black lesions on upper or inside of the mouth, pain in eye, loss of vision. All these can be signs of mucormycosis. Now herein we have given, or in the news it was given that people with diabetes or those who are treated with steroids heavily are more susceptible. So we are going to see this link in upcoming slides. Now, the most important question is, have found this particular disease in higher number associated with COVID-19 in India only. In most of the other countries, this is not the major problem. Before the pandemic as well, mucormycosis was far common in India than in any other country. So this is a fact that we need to remember. Already 14 in 1 lakh people in India were affected by this, as compared to, let's say, in Australia 0.06 per lakh people. So in many Western countries, are there no opportunistic diseases because COVID-19 is same, right? So that is not the case. In most of the Western countries, there is aspergillosis, which is also a fungus, and this is causing severe infection in cases wherein already COVID infection was severe or it needed ICU treatment. So why mucormycosis in India? Because there's one another factor at play, that is diabetes. So how is diabetes connected? Whenever diabetes is poorly controlled, obviously blood sugar level is high and the tissues become relatively acidic, and we are not going to go into the mechanism of why it becomes acidic, but this is a very good environment for mucorales, which is actually the family of fungi that causes mucormycosis. They can grow easily here, and this as in diabetes was identified as a risk for mucormycosis in India even before the pandemic, and we know that we have a rise in diabetes cases in India. Of all mucormycosis cases published between 2000 to 2017, diabetes was seen in 40 cases. And if we look at current scenario, COVID-19 associated mucormycosis showed 94% of the patients had diabetes, and it was poorly controlled in 67% of the cases. So this is a very strong connection here. Then another connection was given, that is steroids. Whenever corticosteroids are given for the treatment, these are strong hormonal drugs which can affect your body, and these are given in case of severe infections. So in COVID-19 treatment also these are included. So along with diabetes and corticosteroid treatment, the risk for mucormycosis increases. And meanwhile, COVID-19 has already weakened your body and has already damaged your airway tissues, blood vessels, etc., which are the susceptible sites. And this is why in India we are having so many cases now, the upcoming cases of mucormycosis, which are occurring in COVID-19 treated patients. What are the treatment challenges that we are facing? Why are we not able to control it, although we had started recognizing it as early as late 2020, by the end of 2020? So the problem is with diagnosis. As aspergillosis is the most common opportunistic fungus globally, we have tests to rapidly diagnose this infection, but same is not the case with mucormycosis, as this is commonly it happens in developing countries and in tropical areas. It is not I mean, pharma companies have not taken up this that much, in developing the kits and creating those kits or producing those kits in large number. At the same time, the shortage of medicine is also a problem. As the cases have increased suddenly now, amphotericin B that is used for the treatment is in shortage. And because of late detection and shortage of medicine, poor treatment outcomes are occurring. And what is meant by poor treatment outcomes is that almost there's 50% chance of the person dying by mucormycosis after serious COVID-19 complications. So now is the question, what is government doing for this? So first of all, it is very, very important that we collect all kinds of data. We constantly track this in real time. So Home Ministry has already requested many states wherein this fungus is growing to notify this or to declare this as an epidemic, or as a notifiable disease under the Epidemic Diseases Act of 1897. What happens when you notify a disease under Epidemic Disease Act of 1897? First of all, a notifiable disease is any disease that is required by law to be reported to government authorities. So be it government hospital, private hospital, laboratories and clinics, even one case or how so many cases come to your hospital which are related to particular notifiable diseases, you have to inform the government authorities in the local area. What happens by this is that the collection of information, the collection of data in real time occurs, and this can help in providing early warnings or mitigate the disease, or target your help, target centers help in mitigating these particular outbreaks and contain them. Even WHO's international health regulations of 1969 have given certain guidelines for reporting these kind of diseases to WHO, so that even in global scenario we can control such things. So this was about the mucormycosis. Remember, it's all about, right now it's all about precautions, because as we have already, since childhood we are hearing this, that precaution is always better than cure, prevention is always better than cure. Always stay in touch with your doctor, but take a basic hygiene, okay, seriously, take these things seriously now, because even in states like Gujarat, Rajasthan or Maharashtra, the mucormycosis is also increasing, and we don't know what this particular COVID-19 pandemic has more for us, right? Because there is not just one fungus that causes opportunistic diseases. There are many pathogens, there are bacteria, there are viruses that can cause these kind of diseases. So take very good care of yourself, stay isolated, do not go out unless it is very very needed. And for more informative videos like this, please subscribe to our channel Holistic Facts. Thank you.